Hey you all, thank you all so much for watching another with Sim live stream here. I decided I would go live to help you all stay safe from this tornado outbreak that's not only expected to be ongoing today, but will also linger into tomorrow as well. And both days we're going to have chances for strong EF2 tornadoes, damaging winds, and large hail, and all that will especially be today. But nonetheless, tomorrow will also be another day to watch, as a lot of this is going to continue to shift off to the east. Plus, like I said, we also got that threat for strong EF2 tornadoes, especially today, where we got that moderate level 4 out of 5 threat for severe thunderstorms. So now is your guys' time to prepare for this, as I am anticipating this to really be a bad one, and so we will definitely need to keep an eye on it very closely, as it is going to be a pretty big one overall. So let's start off by looking at radar here. As of right now, our tornado warnings are currently in Minnesota as of right now. And these will be storms to keep an eye on closely, as we got a tornado warning storm already moving towards areas of, let's see how you pronounce that, Faribault, I think that's how you pronounce that, in Minnesota, but also starting to work its way into areas like Cannon Falls, Minnesota, Northfield, Minnesota. We got that little supercell down there. This will be capable of producing a tornado, so if you guys do live in those areas that I just pointed out, make sure you guys are taking shelter right now. Even you guys down here towards Mapleton in Minnesota, we even got areas let's see, we even got Buford, Good Thunder, and also areas down here towards Waldorf. You guys are all under the gun for severe weather, so make sure you guys are taking shelter right now, as we currently got those 2 tornado warnings in effect. And as of right now, these don't really seem to have the strongest rotation, since they're kind of forming in a line, but nonetheless we do actually have a small area of strong rotation right here. This is actually looking very, very concerning, guys. Very, very concerning look on radar. We don't know exactly if this is gonna produce a tornado just yet, but this is already looking like a storm that could produce a tornado in just a little bit. As of right now, just radar indicated. Nonetheless, you guys should be in your guys' safe spots, as this area of rotation right here is really looking nasty. This could definitely cause some problems. Let's see. And then we also got some showers and even some thunderstorms ongoing in other parts of the United States. We got a few severe thunderstorms down here towards Kansas. You guys are currently under a severe thunderstorm warning for 2-inch hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds. This includes areas like Dixon County and Kansas, so make sure you guys are getting into your safe spots right now. And even these areas up here in Wakefield, you guys need to be taking shelter as well, as this storm is also producing 2-inch hail, and this includes areas like southeast Clay County in Kansas, so make sure you guys are taking shelter there. And then we also got even some other storms that are trying to fire up here in Nebraska. And once again, we got some other storms that we're also watching. This one up here, half-dollar size hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds will all be possible with this one, as the storm does continue to move towards the east, and it's already looking like it could even be producing some larger hail than that, since we're seeing so much black pull up on radar. So make sure you guys are indoors and as well as away from windows if you guys live in Wagner in Nebraska, even down here towards Murty, even up here towards Lake Andes, and as well as Pittstown in Nebraska. Make sure you guys are taking shelter right now and getting into your guys' safe spots. We also got a new severe thunderstorm warning for areas out ahead of the line. This includes areas like, let's look at the counties. This includes areas like Blue Earth County in Minnesota, Faribault County in Minnesota, Freeborn County in Minnesota, also Martin County in Minnesota, even includes areas like Saline County in Minnesota, and also, Westka in Minnesota as well. So make sure you guys are all taking shelter immediately, and even if I pronounce these names wrong, you guys should still know what I'm talking about, as areas, once again, in that part of Minnesota are currently seeing half-dollar size hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds. We even got some stronger thunderstorms ongoing down here in the southeast United States. This is mainly given the fact that we got these special weather statements down here in Florida. I just wanted to quickly point out that we're not only seeing wind gusts up to 40 miles per hour, but we're also seeing pea-sized hail. So now is your guys' time to be indoors down here in Florida, as we do anticipate those areas to get hit by not only some small hail, but also some potentially strong damaging winds. So once again, now is your guys' time to prepare for this before this goes away. So make sure you guys are doing that. Now, just another look at these tornado warnings that we still got. Once again, we still got a tornado warning up here into areas just south there of Minneapolis and St. Paul. Once again, we got a pretty strong area of rotation. Let's look at the latest radar scan on that to see what exactly is going on. And yeah, latest from radar scan still shows a pretty strong area of rotation. Doesn't look as terrible, but still we got that small area of rotation, and it sounds like we even got a few more areas of rotation trying to form along this line as it continues to move towards areas like Medford, Deerfield in Minnesota, also areas like Morristown. You guys need to take shelter right now as we got this potentially strong looking thunderstorm once again, so something to really keep an eye on there. And then a little farther down to the south, down there towards Florida, once again, we got some strong to potentially even severe thunderstorms ongoing in those areas. This includes areas just to the west there of Jacksonville, as we got these special weather statements all in effect for small hail and, of course, some strong gusty winds. Those will all be possible with storms that develop down here in Florida, and we even got a few other strong thunderstorms even ongoing down here in Texas. We got a few that are trying to get their acts together, and then we also got areas even farther to the north that are also starting to see the severe thunderstorm warnings really start to pop up. And then we also got, let's see what this special weather statement in Iowa is for. It looks like we're talking about some very strong winds around across portions there of Iowa today that are outside of showers and thunderstorms. So we should definitely be taking this very seriously if you do live down there in Iowa. And once again, even areas up there towards, Waterloo, I think that's one of the cities in this tornado warning, but especially Deerfield, Morristown, even up there towards Walcott. You guys are all included in this tornado warning once again. Latest on the velocity stand shows a few areas of rotation potentially still ongoing right along the line of showers and thunderstorms. So we will once again keep an eye on that closely, and it looks like they just issued another tornado warning as this, thunderstorm still has some areas of rotation in it. And once again, we still got even thunderstorms ongoing down here in Nebraska that we also much watch for. Once again, these areas in Nebraska could definitely be experiencing not only half-dollar size hail, but also 60-mile-per-hour winds. And of course, we're watching some of these other thunderstorms that are potentially gaining some strength as they continue to move towards the east. And once again, we even got some of these other storms not only down here in Texas, but also up here in Kansas, down there towards Florida. So just a pretty large area, guys. We got thunderstorms ongoing all over, and a lot of these are really becoming severe. So we must once again watch this closely. And then the other thing that I was wanting to point out is that we even got some severe thunderstorms ongoing up here in Michigan. This one is already producing 2-inch hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds, so pretty strong thunderstorm making its way towards Crystal Falls in the UP of Michigan, and I think this storm could eventually get over towards Marquette in Michigan. So something to really be paying attention to, and also be weather aware to as well as the thunderstorms continue. Let's see. And once again, we still got some of these thunderstorms ongoing up there in Minnesota still. Once again, some of these areas heading towards even places like Red Wing, Minnesota, will definitely have the capability of producing tornadoes. So make sure you guys are all being on high alert out there. And yeah, definitely make sure you guys are getting into your safe spots and, of course, taking it seriously. Let's look at the SPC outlooks to see if we got any mesoscale discussions. See, I saw that they issued one there. Let's see, is this a PDS tornado watch? Few tornadoes likely, and a couple intense tornadoes also likely. Okay, so that's with the tornado watch that is currently in effect for areas like Minneapolis, Mason City, Rochester. You guys are all included in that tornado watch. And then we also got a few other tornado watches in effect, even for areas down here in southern Iowa, so something to really keep an eye on closely. And then it looks like we even got another tornado watch down here towards areas from Oklahoma City back down there into Texas. So we will definitely watch it for real. Let's see here. Hi there. Hi Avery. Thanks for joining my live stream. We really appreciate it. If you're wondering what's happening over here in Michigan, we got a few severe thunderstorms trying to get their acts together up here in the UP, but down here towards Detroit, it doesn't look like there's much going on right now. But once again, we definitely gotta watch it. And once again, we still got some of these thunderstorms. And once again, we still got some of these thunderstorms ongoing in Minnesota. Like I said, some of these could potentially produce tornadoes over the next few hours. And latest radar scan still shows a pretty strong area of rotation. Not only across areas up here towards Morristown and Walcott, but also areas down here towards Clinton Falls, Havana, that's how you say it, Havana, down here in Minnesota. Make sure you guys are taking shelter there. And then once again, we even got some other storms that we are watching closely as well. Especially down here in Kansas, but once again, we even got these tornado warnings still in effect. If we look at the Storm Prediction Center report so far today, it doesn't look like we had any tornado reports just yet. Nonetheless, we will likely see a lot once we get into the evening hours today, especially across the upper Midwest, where we already just got a bunch of hail reports. Latest radar scan, we got a new tornado warning for areas in places in northern Iowa, including Ringstead, even up here towards Armstrong in Iowa. You guys are all under a tornado warning right now. Make sure you guys get into your safe spots, as areas in northwest Iowa, including northern Palo Alto County, and as well as these areas up there in Emmett County in Iowa. No tornado confirmed as of right now, but once again, we will definitely keep an eye on it. But yeah, we still got, once again, a lot of tornado warnings still in effect up here in Minnesota. Areas south of Minneapolis still got the potential to see a few tornadoes here and there, but it looks like a lot of the tornado warnings have just expired. That was pretty crazy to see, by the way. Let's see. I'm not looking forward to tomorrow. Yeah, I'm not either. Tomorrow's threat, maybe not as bad as today, which it's not. We only got a slight risk for severe thunderstorms for tomorrow, especially across areas up there in southeast Michigan. But if you go a little farther down to the south, you start to get into that enhanced risk right there, as you can see. So yeah, definitely pretty interesting setup. But yeah, once again, we still got threats for strong tornadoes, and you guys can see that most of the severe weather activity has been ongoing in the moderate risk. So, once again, pretty interesting setup. We're gonna continue to watch these thunderstorms closely, and so yeah, we'll definitely keep an eye on it. And I never seen this before, but look at that. There's a 5% hatched risk for tornadoes right there. Isn't that just crazy? Some of the hatch risk actually comes off of the yellow color, especially over here in Illinois, where we got some of that, hatch risk right there heading off of the yellow color. That's pretty crazy, by the way. I never seen that before. So. But once again, we still got to keep an eye on these thunderstorms up here in Minnesota. Once again, chances for tornadoes will be there as we are looking at areas up here in Cannon City in Minnesota, and also areas down here in Clinton Falls, Minnesota, as we still got a little area of rotation. Let's see here. 5% hatch, unheard of by me. I know. It's pretty crazy how the Storm Prediction Center had some of the hatched risk for tornadoes going off. 'Cause once again, just look at that. Here's the yellow color, which is that 10%, and look at this brown color. This is that 5%, and look at that. That kind of comes off the yellow color a little bit. Like I said, I never seen a 5% hatch risk for tornadoes. That is just crazy. But once again, we still got chances for some pretty strong to severe thunderstorms up here in northern Iowa and southern Minnesota. A lot of these already have a tornado warning on them, which means we could see a tornado or two over the next few hours. So if you guys are under this warning, that now includes areas like Kenyon in Minnesota. You guys are under the gun for severe weather there, and so make sure you guys get to shelter right now as you guys are under a tornado warning. Even areas down here like Clinton Falls in Minnesota, you guys need to continue to stay in your safe spots, and then eventually you guys in Armstrong will get hit by this thunderstorm pretty soon. So if you live in Armstrong, Iowa, make sure you guys are getting into your safe spots there too. How's Green Bay, Wisconsin looking? So Green Bay, Wisconsin is thankfully over here towards the coastal areas, because if we look at that enhanced risk, Green Bay, Wisconsin, you guys are under a enhanced risk, and you guys even got that hatched risk, which means EF2 tornadoes or greater are possible. You guys in Green Bay, Wisconsin also got a 30% chance for damaging winds and also a 30% chance of large hail. So all hazards in play, including a threat for a few strong tornadoes. So make sure they're being weather aware up there in Wisconsin. Looks like we just got a new tornado warning now for areas up here in Minnesota once again. If you live in Kenyon, Minnesota, or Havana in Minnesota, make sure you guys are taking shelter there. And even these areas down here in Kansas, you guys are also seeing severe thunderstorm warnings too. And it looks like we even got another one just to the west there of Wichita Falls for let's see, it looks like this will eventually be heading towards areas like let's see, East Duke in Oklahoma. Let's see here. Oh crap, does that mean she's in danger? Well, the chances of her getting hit by a tornado are relatively low, at least compared to the moderate risk, because once again, in that moderate risk, that's the area that has the highest chance of strong tornadoes. But here in the orange color, you still got a chance of strong tornadoes, but it's not nearly as bad. So that doesn't mean she's like in extreme danger, but she should definitely be prepared just in case a tornado comes on by. So don't be scared, be prepared. That's pretty much how we tell most people to do it, is don't be scared, be prepared. It's not like, you know, you're gonna get hit by a large and dangerous tornado, and even though we say that you could get hit by one, it's still relatively rare to get hit by a strong tornado, especially one greater than EF3. Let's see here. or at least one. I mean, I guess it depends on what you're talking about, but let's see. Do you think Central Oklahoma could get hit by a few tornadoes tonight? Central Oklahoma, it depends on where you are, because if you're just to the southwest of Oklahoma City, you're actually in that enhanced risk. That's a level 3 out of 5. You guys got a 5% risk for strong tornadoes across all of Central Oklahoma. Wind threat, we got a small area that could see winds between 60 to 70 miles per hour, especially to your south and southwest. And then for hail threat, we do have a threat for 2-inch in diameter hail or greater, even across these areas in Kansas as well. So yes, Oklahoma could get a few tornadoes tonight, not a guarantee since the higher threat for strong tornadoes is up here to the north. Nonetheless, you should definitely be weather aware. And then once we get into tomorrow, that's when it doesn't look to be as concerning, but we still got, once again, chances for severe weather. So something that we're also watching tomorrow as well for. Now, bear with me here, guys. I'm feeling better than how I was feeling earlier today, but I may still sound a little off. I may still sound a little off, so bear with me, guys. Bear with me. All I was trying to do is be live so that we guys knew what was happening. Let's see here. Am I sick? Not really. My body kind of hurts a little bit, but like I said, I'm a lot better than how I was feeling yesterday. Like I said, I might still sound a little off, but it's better than how I was earlier. So like I said, that's one of the main reasons why I wanted to try to go live today. Let's see. Areas farther down to the south probably won't see severe weather till tomorrow, because for today, once again, we got, that moderate risk farther to the north. Tomorrow, all that will eventually shift to the south and east. So that's kind of how we're expecting it to play out. And I can actually kind of show you guys that using the HRRR model. Let's see what the latest run shows. We're going to go ahead and select a model run to see how it looks. Okay, there we go. So once we get into tomorrow, because we already know that strong tornadoes are almost likely across the upper Midwest, because we're already seeing chances for that right now. But once we get into tomorrow, however, we really start to see those significant tornado parameters start to increase a little bit, especially across southern Canada. And then it looks like after that we might see another surge of some energy and moisture, which could bring severe weather once again once we get not only into Wednesday but also into Thursday as well. So very interesting setup, to say the least. But yeah. Back over here to the radar again. Let's see. So far, we've been live for about 34 minutes. And I usually try to stay under an hour whenever I'm going live. Like I said, I just wanted to try to go live so that way it could help get the information out to you guys. But we're going to try to end this live stream in probably about 10 or 20 minutes, somewhere around there. Let's see, we don't have as many tornado warnings as we did, but once again, we still got these 2 tornado warnings still in effect up here in Minnesota. And once again, some of these could produce a tornado over the next few hours, which the good news is that we haven't had a confirmed tornado just yet. But once again, we still got chances for tornadoes as we head into the next couple of hours. Let's see here. We're on Thursday. Thursday, they don't really have the thread out for Thursday just yet. That would actually be day 4, by the way. But if you really want to know what Wednesday is going to be, because that's the farthest out the SPC goes, for day 3, it looks like the severe weather threat is going to be especially across the southern plains, but we even got that marginal risk heading up here into the lower Ohio Valley. And then I think once we get into Thursday, a lot of this will also shift off to the east as well. And it looks like you're going to be in that general risk for showers and thunderstorms up there in southeast Michigan, which means severe weather probably won't occur, but a few severe thunderstorms are still possible. So we'll definitely keep an eye on it, especially if this gets extended a little farther north. We'll have to see how it looks once we get closer. But yeah, let's see. And once again, I'm one of those people who can't stay live forever. The longest I can stay live for is like an hour or something like that, at least to feel fine. So, like I said, bear with me whenever I do live streams. It doesn't mean I'm going to be live for the entire event, but I like to at least start going live once the event gets started, so that way you guys know a good idea about what's happening. And I think that's what matters, especially. Nonetheless, you should definitely be weather aware. Looks like we even got some thunderstorms up here in Canada as well. We'll also watch you guys in Canada closely, at least for right now, as some of these showers and thunderstorms are looking quite strong out there. So we will definitely keep an eye on it once again, as some of these could be on the concerning side of things, but once again, still something to watch for. Let's see. I'm kind of thinking about ending the live stream about now. I just feel like my body could probably stop about right here. We've been live for about 40 minutes. 40 minutes is how long we've been live for, and like I said, I try to stay under an hour most of the time. So I'm glad I gave you guys the update. I think I'm going to go ahead and end the live stream right here. I appreciate you guys all chatting with me. Maybe in the future I can start doing longer live streams once I have the ability to do that, but for right now my max time is an hour. So like I said, I try to stay under that, just because of that stuff. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching my live stream. Make sure you guys continue to stay weather aware. Make sure to join Ryan Hall y'all's stream if you guys need someone to be with, because he'll be live for hours, potentially even overnight tonight. So make sure to join him and feel free to. And yeah, I hope you guys have a great rest of your Monday out there, and I hope to